minecart track just a little bit further north. We will come to a little town, a little village. This village, I replaced the street with brick. This is Chelsea, which is the name of the town that my grandparents lived in when I was a kid. And this was the beginning of my attempt to replicate their house that they lived in when I was a kid. And there's nothing holding this up. We didn't have chains there, but this was going to be the porch swing. And this was the stairs. And this was about all I got. The problem is it's hard to recreate a real house because in real houses you don't have meter thick walls. But all things considered, it's pretty close to this huge house that my grandparents lived in. There are lots of strange little locations in the distant parts of this world. And this is one of them. The town of Futura. This was my attempt to make a futuristic village. Of course, it's, as you can see, it's all done in creative. Hey there, puppy. This was originally just a library. Here's a rocket. Not a very good rocket, but hey, it was my first attempt to build a rocket. Here's a house over water. There were squids in there that died. This is a crazy 60s style build, and we have multicolored everything. I at least made an effort to light this place up. There are these lights here, and there are light towers, and there are glowstones all around the enclosed edge of this place. That one's just a replacement butcher shop, basically. This is this house you have to come upstairs for. It gives you a nice view. Quite a pack of dogs in here. This is a sunken house. It's kind of nice. It's just a box though. This is the purple house. It's really purple. And this was a flying saucer. You see, it's hovering. And you go inside, and here are the controls. And I think this is the farmhouse. Oh, go up to the beds. Of course, everything is enclosed with the glass wall. There's another magical location I really had to search for. My treehouse. This was something I had never built before and have not built since. probably stocked. Oh, there's an elytra in there. Oh. Can't get there from here. Okay. Up to the bedroom. As you can see, I've been teleporting around. I built this to be in the middle of nowhere. You can see over in the distance there's the minecart track, but this place is pretty hidden. I didn't see it when I was flying above the minecart tracks earlier. Now we come to one of the newer parts of the world. I returned to play in this world after being away playing on other servers and in other games. I had stopped playing before 1.13 came out, and I came back here, teleported halfway around the world from my original locations when the snapshots for 1.14 started, the Village and Pillage update. I built a little wheat farm, and I built myself a house here, and this was the first time I had built so extravagantly with logs, that this was all done in survival mode. And over here I built a smelter, and I built a warehouse. Still not redstone enabled though. And I built a barn. And originally, the top floor of this place was the villager trading area, and the villager breeder was way back out here. And then they changed from using doors to using beds to designate villages. So I built a new villager breeder up here based on a pretty common design, I think by Frilioth. And the villager babies just fall down in here and they get washed down this path into here, where they can be sorted into their proper professions. And because of the villagers in there, lots of iron golems are bred out here. And this was the naturally spawning little village that I was going to remake. I made a little tower. I built a wall because most of the pillagers, and in the beginning there were lots of them, most of them appeared on the opposite side of this wall. Down here was a mine, and of course the nether portal. And these were my first uses of campfires to make chimneys. So it was a fun little game. But then I transported over to work on Season 1 of the greenhouse. Finally, we come to the 1.16 portion of the world, where I started fresh, again, thousands of blocks away from my original locations, and working in survival. I built myself this tower with an iron farm out here that something has happened to because some of my villagers escaped their enclosures. I wonder what happened. Some tree farms. a small mob farm in the back. Little walkways. First time I've had chains. And we have several rooms up above. Most of this is unfinished, but I do have some farms. Sugarcane farm. The bamboo room, which I like. Kind of a little Japanese style room in addition to a bamboo farm. And down below, underground, this was our first room that we started in. Down here is our trading hall and warehouse. For the first time in Wes's world, I had a redstone sorting system as part of my warehouse. And I have almost every block covered. Lots of storage room. I'm going to miss this place. This was a lot of fun. I finally feel like I've kind of graduated into a real Minecraft player at this point. So much more than where I started out originally. So, when 1.17, the Caves and Cliffs update comes out, maybe even with the snapshots, I'm going to respawn this world, Wes's world, into a whole new start. And this base is going to be a little bit of a pattern for how I'm going to build my new base. It's going to be a high-tech center, and then, like the original Wes's world, we'll have tendrils spreading out to explore the different areas and regions. But instead of just having minecarts going to nameless villages, they'll be going to neat farms and specific awesome places to look at. And I'm going to build everything so that it looks good to the best of my ability. As I said before, this world is going to be retired. The new world is going to be built entirely as a survival game world. And there won't be any of these cheaty things done. And yet, I hope I can make it just as cool and have as much fun as I did in this world. It's going to be a whole new world, and it's going to be mine.